Hey guys! In case you don't remember me, I am the Minion Maker, but you guys can call me your Overlord. Sorry it's been a while, things are pretty busy here. I did have a video of a gameplay that I have from Slender the 8 Pages, but due to some technical difficulties, it's not uploading just yet. I will try and get it finished and uploaded by the end of this week, but there are no promises. I might have to redo the video, sadly. But, hey, it's a fun game to play through anyway. Who doesn't like playing it at night? Okay, this will be a new segment. This won't just be a rant like I normally do over certain topics. I was actually given this idea because back home I would normally tell everyone about my weird dreams that I have, whether it's from anime or supernatural, the show, or the genre. Walking Dead, typical zombie genre. I've had some weird dreams. They normally include my friends, which most of them will, but over time, since I'll make new friends here, it'll probably include some of them. I will try to give you character pictures and stuff, because I do draw a lot of my characters for my dreams and such, and I'll try and get pictures of my friends to pop up, so that way you can tell at least what they look like. Well, if they let me. I'm not going to do that if they don't want to. Anyway, I haven't had anyone to talk to about that yet because I'm not on that level yet with anyone. But I've decided that I'm going to start just uploading my random videos to YouTube so that way you guys can enjoy my wacky do's. No comments about anything that is negative, please. We're trying to keep this a positive space, so be nice. Okay, so, in case you don't know, there's a show called Supernatural that's about two brothers, and they pretty much go through I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because I'm still kind of new to it. It's pretty much they go through all these supernatural adventures with angels, demons, wendigos, ancient Greek gods and goddesses. Think everything that you've ever heard of a supernatural story, whether it's mythology or some urban legend, it's all real in this world. It's all real. That's all you really gotta know. The characters are really greatly developed. I love it. I'll probably be doing some rants about certain episodes later since I'm catching up on the series. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I've become such a great fan that I've actually started having my random dreams about it. And, why such weirdness happen in dreams? Okay, for those of you who don't know, there will probably be a lot of spoilers in this, so if you don't want to hear the spoilers, leave now. If you don't mind, or if you've already seen up to now, go ahead. Basically, the dream is about a year in the future from now. So, instead of being a freshman, I'm sophomore, and it pretty much starts one day. I'm in my room, click, 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 watching Supernatural, and then out of nowhere, the TV starts glitching, which I guess is pretty typical. You see that a lot nowadays. And guess what? Out of nowhere, Sam and Dean pop out of my TV, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? There's two guys in my room. Oh, holy shit. Oh great, they're looking at me now. And then Sam and Dean, of course, are pretty much just like, what the fuck are you? Are you some kind of demon? And I'm just like, screw you guys, I'm human. What are you talking about, bitch? Trust me, I would probably just be like that for a good few minutes until it finally sinks in, and then I would freak out. Pretty much goes like that for a few minutes, me and Dean just getting at each other's throats. I love the guy, but he is such an annoying asshole sometimes, but I guess that's what's level about him. Anyway, so I finally explained to them and showed them on the TV that in our world, they are characters. Pretty much the same way they are in their own world, except they don't exist as the same. Ugh, it's so hard to explain since they are technically characters in their own world, and they have that book based off them. It took like forever just to get through their heads. Anyway, finally get that done, show them the stupid fan fiction on here, and I'm just like, you guys need to leave. Shit follows you two. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm in college. Look what you did to Sam when he was in college. I don't need that shit. And then oh my gosh. So, as you know, anywhere that Sam and Dean are, demons and angels follow. Especially Castiel. So, of course, after pointing that out, guess who decides to break through my window? Yeah, Crowley. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? Turns out, whenever Sam and Dean came into our world, so did a majority of random characters. So Crowley's kind of pissed because he's like, where in hell's name are we? Because he couldn't actually get to hell because in our world, hell is not the same as it is in their world. So, of course, breaks my window. There goes my security deposit. Thank you, bitch. Sam and Dean go and start trying to fight him, and I'm just like, you know what? Fine. I'm not gonna take this shit. I'm not gonna take the shit. Go to my drawer, grab some holy water, and grab a baseball bat. Throw the holy water at Crowley, and then hit Sam and Dean over the head with the baseball bat. Not hard enough to knock him out, just hard enough to piss him off. Sorry, Hello Kitty. I don't mean to say such bad things in front of you, Hello Kitty. Anyway, so finally we have to explain it again. We're not in your world. We're not in your universe. You are characters to us. Get it through Crowley's head. And then, guess what? You hear a screech that is like nothing that you've heard before on the show or in any other shows, I guess. Just this weird wailing screech. It's just high-pitched, but at the same time it kind of has that weird guttural sound. It's just creepy. Look at the broken window. Oh. Yeah, now look at that. We have monsters in my universe now. Trying to Sam, Dean, and Crowley. Thanks a lot. Thank you for bringing this kind of shit to our world. So, broken window, giant monster flying around that looks some odd combination between what most people think a demon is and a pterodactyl? I don't even know why the monsters in my brain were for some reason looking like weird dinosaur hybrid things, but they were, and it was freaky, and they just had giant pterodactyl heads. Ugh, why? Anyway, we finally just go, oh, that thing's coming for us. It's coming for us. It's out the window. Run! Get out the door. I slam the door shut and lock it. Finally, we start running down the stairs. And by the time we get out, oh look, 3 more of those monsters. Dean turns to me and is like, do you have a car? Yes. Give me the keys. I just turned around and be like, would you let me drive baby in this situation? Dean just gives me a bitch face. I'm just like, that's what I thought, bitch. Get in the car. I'm driving. Of course, finally pull out of the, little parking things that places have nowadays. Where it's like leveled parking and you have to drive a whole way around to get out. Get out. And one of those stupid monster things is right there at the exit. I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What? Ow. It had green blood. It was gross. It was like whenever you smash a worm or a grub or whatever. Just all gooey and gutsy and ugh. Anyway, that's how that turned out. So then we start driving and we're just like, okay, so here's what we know. You guys are in Austin, Texas, in another universe that you guys are only fictional characters in. Ironically, it's at the same time as a Comic-Con, not the Comic-Con, but a Comic-Con is going on. So the people who play your characters are there. So we gotta keep you two apart. Which pretty much screws my plan because I bought Comic-Con tickets. Cable flip. More than likely, Castiel and a whole lot of the others are in this world. So we gotta find them and keep them from getting killed. Crowley, shut the hell up. And then we gotta find a way to get you guys back to your world. So, here we go again with me driving and not fun. If you've ever been to Austin, you know how screwy the streets are. Especially right now because a lot of them are being torn up. Anyway, we drive. I take them to where all my karate and taekwondo and all those classes are, because over there we have weapons. We have weapons we can use that are less likely to hurt everyone else around us, like Sam and Dean's guns. So, get there, run inside. Of course, monsters are chasing us and freak out everyone inside, so we have to hurry up and find a way to get to the weapons and not let everyone get killed. Why are Sam and Dean on a college campus? We're doomed. We're doomed. Utterly and totally doomed. So, running. Oh my god! They're right behind us! We jump into one of the gyms, slam the door in one of their faces. Turns out the beak on their giant heads is like razor sharp. So, pierces the door. Ugh. Why? So, finally get that done. Find some weapons. And we're trying to figure out what in the hell these things are. They're not demons. They're definitely not angels. They're not any monster we've ever heard of. So, of course, we're kind of screwed on that. But, knowing Sam and Dean, we have to go and find all the basic hunting supplies. So, holy water, salt, stakes, iron, what else? Probably a good Bible would do. Just in case we need to work on Crowley a bit. Exorcism. Okay, so, get outside. We notice that all the monsters are gone. And, of course, my car is completely torn apart. The joy of working with Sam and Dean Winchester. Everything you love shall be torn apart. Mine. No touch. No touch, Sam and Dean. No touch. Anyway, get that done. And we're like, yeah, car's gone. What are we gonna do now? Steal a bike? Yeah, I guess. Unless you want to walk. We steal a bike. Why I do this? Afterwards, of course, we have to go and find everyone. And we have to find where all the monsters went because we can't see them. All we know is that there's utter panic in the streets. So people really don't even notice us with our weapons. I find that so ironic in my dream. Okay, so we're going, and I'm like, okay, so we know at the very least Castiel's gonna be there somewhere. Maybe Gabriel. But we don't know how many others are there because we don't know exactly what timeline you guys came from. So I was watching an old episode, and I don't know where you fit. So, I'm going through my mind, going and trying to find all the major places in the college campus that they could be popping up. Because more than likely, they're all clustered together. So, I finally say, okay, here are the 5 main buildings on the campus. Jester. We already went to Gregory Gym. The main building, which I hope none of you are at, because if you screw that up, we will all kill you. Seriously, if you mess with UT Austin's main tower, we will be pissed. Beyond pissed. So, we have Gregory Gym, Jester, the main building. We have the engineering wing, which is just like 2 buildings connected pretty much. And then we have the liberal arts building. Okay, so there's Gregory Gym here. We can go to Jester's down the street a little bit. Not even down the street, just a few feet away. Hurry over there. Well, that's actually intact. Thank you. Thank you, whatever you were, monsters, for not completely tearing up my school. Go inside, look around, try and find any clues to what those things are, where they came from, why the guys are here, and where any of the other people should be. Don't find any of the other 3. Don't find any of the first 3 whatsoever. But we do run into someone. I like that we ended up running into, of course, Lucifer. Don't know why. Gotta admit, I love Lucifer, though. Yes. So, we run into him, and of course, him and Crowley have a let's compare our dicks contest. I think it's a man thing. I really think it's a man thing. But who am I to judge? So anyway, those 2 are arguing, and Sam's like pretty much in the corner just going, no, he's back. And Dean's just like trying not to beat the shit out of Lucifer because he's pissed. And I'm just like, why me? Why does random shit like this happen to me? Why? So, I finally get tired of this. So I take out, if you know Supernatural, you know that pretty much all of the symbols, like the banishing sigils and all that, are made into necklaces and keychains and pretty much any everyday item. I have a couple of those. So I pretty much take my angel banishing sigil and, what's the name of it? Oh yeah, Devil's Trap. I always want to call it a Demon Trap. I take my Angel Sigil and my Devil's Trap, and I pretty much put it right up to both of Lucifer and freaking Crowley's faces, and I'm like, do not piss me off. I will use these. So finally, Lucifer actually notices my presence, and he's like, what is this little mud monkey doing here? And I was like, fuck you. I ain't no mud monkey. You don't exist in this universe. So, screw you. Don't get into a fight with the devil, people. It will end very badly. So, pretty much, I kind of piss Lucifer off. And of course, he starts trying to fight me. And I, I know I would do this. I'd probably just keep saying the sarcastic, smarty things and trying to piss him off. But at the same time, I'd be freaking the hell out because, of course, he's the devil. He is Satan. So, I'm kind of screwed. But right as he's about to kill me, Gabriel comes in and knocks him out. Well, not out, just kind of knocks him over, and then he's just like, "Hey!" I was like, I love Gabriel. I love the fact that there's someone else besides me who likes to freaking torture the others, eat sugar, and just watch them all make fools of themselves. Gabriel's good in my book. So, of course, I have to explain it again. You're not in your world. Here you do not exist except as fictional characters, both in your show and in the Bible. So, you can't do shit here. Pretty much all their angel powers and all that is very limited. So, we explained to them that the monsters are still out there, that things are still going on, and that if you want to get to your universe, we have to go and find the others. And I'm just like, okay. The main building is the next location. Everyone, try not to kill each other. We can get there, you can go to your own universe, and then you can kill each other. Respectfully. Trying to figure out what in the heck these weird monster things are. Finally, we get out, and I'm just like, okay, I'm tired of this. What were you guys doing before you got here? Keeping an eye out on the sky, because these things are flying. We're trying to rush to the main building, and we're just like, okay, so let's hurry up and try and figure out what's going on, because we need to get you guys back home. Because if you go back home, these things will probably go back home. If your universe is their home, because they definitely aren't from here. So, they don't even remember what happened last time. They don't remember Dean ever turning into a demon. They don't remember, they really don't remember a lot. Where their memory ends is pretty much right after Lucifer, not even quite where he kills Gabriel, just kind of right before that is where they all stop their memory. So I'm like, we will touch on this again in a minute. We are at the main building now. If any of you screw this building up, I will take this holy water and jam it down your throat. And you, Gabriel, I will make sure you have no sugar for the rest of your life. And I will take this angel banishing sigil, and I will kill you. Like I said before, tower important. Everyone will get pissed. So, we go inside the tower. And I'm telling you, this tower is huge. And of course, no elevators. Meaning we have to walk up the stairs, and it is painful. Oh look, my shadow dances too. Okay. So, the tower, we get to the very top where the music comes from and the bells play and all that. And we can completely see. And what we see is not good. It looks like these weird monster things are going and destroying buildings systematically to try and find whatever they're trying to find. They've destroyed about a fourth of the campus. And trust me, my campus is huge. That's a lot to destroy. Anyway, nobody's in the main building, but we can see where the other building is that we need to go. So we start heading over there, and on the way, we run into Castiel. Thank you. And of course, he's completely lost on what's going on, but he says the others are right behind me, and I'm just like, others? How many others? And of course, it's a lot. There's Michael, who I'm really not happy to see. There's Adam. I'm just like, why? Poor soul. Why? There's Kevin. I got nothing to say about Kevin. He's awesome. Nerd power, dude. Nerd power. And there's, gosh, my brain just died. What was the name of that vampire that they met in Purgatory? Keep wanting to call him Billy. Anyway, so we just assume that that's pretty much everyone, because that's a majority of the main people that actually repeat. So we're like, okay, we need a safe place. I know a building that has a basement. So we start heading over there, and of course, on the way, we stop by the library and pick up all the demonology and all those kind of magical books. Get down there. Finally, we're in a safe place. So we try to figure out why in the world are they in our universe. As far as we can tell, it appears that the monsters in our world are a weird combination of genetically made monsters from their world. So think the bloodthirstiness of a Wendigo, the ability to transform like a werewolf. I keep wanting to call him Lycan. Think pretty much a lot of those different characteristics put into one being by a crazy ass mad scientist. Why would a mad scientist make monsters? Why do they do this? Seriously, what's the point? You're gonna make a monster, what are you gonna do? Sell it? It'll end up just killing the world. That's a topic for another day, why people do stupid shit. Anyway, so we figure out that was going on and they were trying to stop it. And so I'm like, okay, so we know what you were doing beforehand, but what got you sent here? Keep going, keep digging into what little they can remember. They finally remember the scientist was the descendant of a really high ancient witch. And so he had a magical power and actually swapped universes. And I was like, dude! If the witches had that much power, why did they not kill your asses beforehand? So, we figured out that it was a witch thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Finally, I'm like, okay, I know a book of spells that is in the library. There's one in there that reverses everything. And unfortunately, that's the one book we didn't grab. So, we have to split into teams. One team to go get the book. The other team to go get the stuff for the spell. Because of course, spells aren't just simple magic words. You need to have the sacrifice. You need to have all those little talismans and stuff. So, of course, we have to decide who goes with who. Which is really hard considering the fact that the group of people we have is horrible. no one can get along with each other, and it's just so infuriating. So finally the teams go as this: Lucifer, Dean, Gabriel, Kevin. And of course Castiel tags along because it's Dean. Sam, Michael, me, and Adam. I lead the team to go find everything that we need for the ritual. And I give Kevin the name of the book and tell him where it is. And since he's, of course, been to college and all that, and he knows, he'll have a bit of an easier time finding it, especially since we already visited the building. So, of course, as you know, splitting up usually ends up leading to monsters attacking one or both sides. In this case, it's both. So, Kevin's having to run to the library while Sam, Castiel, Dean, Lucifer, and Crowley are trying to fight off everything. While over here, I'm going back to my apartment area because we have a little CVS and some other stores that have pretty much everything that we need. Plus, I have lots of stuff in my room from the show, like sigils, talismans, all that kind of stuff. And, of course, it doesn't go well. First time we enter the store, we get plowed down by one of those monsters, and pretty much everybody gets hurt. So, Sam and Michael start fighting the monster, while me and Adam go and collect everything, and of course, there's another monster. Of course. Totally obvious. Why does my brain seem to want me dead for some reason? Anyway, let's just say the boys back at the library actually have to work together instead of trying to one-up each other. That takes them a good while, and they pretty much get their asses kicked because, you know, they're like, psh, I'm way better than you are. No, I'm better. Let me handle this. And of course, while they're doing that, they get their asses handed to them pretty much. So once they finally work together, after a good long while, they actually manage to defeat the monster, but they can't kill it because they don't know how to kill it. But they try all the basics. Salt and burn, holy water, all that other stuff. I'm not even going to touch on everything that they go over in the show that's real basic. Michael and Sam have to work together, even though Sam's really pissed because, you know, Michael tried taking over Dean's body and all that. And of course, for those who know, Michael actually did take over Adam's body, so that's two brothers that Michael messed with, so yeah, Sam has a right to be pissed. Anyway, that goes on. They manage to work together, and it turns out Sam saves Michael's butt. So Michael has to admit, you know, he's not the best, get over his ego a bit, all that. Me and Adam, in the meanwhile, managed to get everything except one item. One talisman that was in my room, because right when we were about to get it, monster broke down my wall and decided to cut me all down here. So I'm nearly bleeding to death. Adam managed to get us into a little bitty locked room that the monster is very easily starting to tear apart. And I'm just hoping I don't die. Then, thankfully, once the monster does break into the room and starts trying to kill us, Gabriel pops out of nowhere. Thank you, Gabriel. You are my saving angel, literally. Gabriel saves the day, pretty much beats the living hell out of this thing, and then once you think he gets hit like really hard, and you're like, the tides are turning. But once you think that, stab right through the back of the monster's head, right at its mouth. You see Michael standing over Gabriel, and you're like, damn. So, grab the last talisman. Everybody meets back at that little bunker underneath that in my one class. We set up everything. We make sure all the ritual is done right. Before we even really do it, we double check that we're pronouncing everything right. And then we start it. And of course, once we start, monsters show up. A lot of this is sounding kind of cliche. I guess that's why it's so good, because, you know, we kind of always just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, there it is. So, of course, monsters show up right whenever we're about to finish the ritual. So, since Sam is the one that usually reads all those Latin books, he's the one that was doing the incantation, hands it off to me. I don't do Latin. I don't do Latin. So I try not to butcher this thing so we can get them home and hopefully get the monsters taken back with them. Everyone, and I mean everyone, including Kevin and Adam, took something up from the broken down room and is trying to beat these monsters while I'm trying to finish the incantation. Finally, I say the last word of the incantation and smoke everywhere. The smell of ash and brimstone and just like, stank. You don't hear any monsters. You don't hear anything. Just a cloud of dark smoke comes out of nowhere. Then suddenly, we're in a room that looks very familiar. We're in the bunker, of course. The bunker. Thankfully, no monsters are around, but guess what? Now I'm in the movie universe. That's where it stopped so far. It seems like it'll be a good dream. It's pretty cool so far. I like it. I'm going to try and draw the monsters that I've seen in my dreams, so that way I can give you guys a better visual. But, my brain wants me dead for some reason. Hope you guys like this random dream rant. I'll be continuing them. They'll be on different topics. I'll probably touch on Doctor Who next time, because I have had that dream too. I will probably continue this supernatural one as it goes on. I'll have some random anime ones. I'll definitely have a lot of zombie ones. And a lot of, I have a ton of apocalypse dreams. Like every other week is another apocalypse dream. So, hope you enjoyed. Just random fun to watch. Everyone, make yourself have a good day. Love you all. Signing off, your Minion Maker.